Hey, good evening. My name is Randy Oakes and welcome to The Oak Show. You may know me from the movie The Armageddon or my upcoming feature film, The Avatar. Nah, I'm just kidding. I wish. I'm just a regular guy working for a living and going to school at North Metro Technical College. But you may be asking yourself why I brought you here today. And that is a very good question. The reason why I brought you here today is because I am going to take you on an adventure to explore the history of the giant mansion, the Biltmore. So please, come with me as we journey through this magical house. Oh hey! Welcome back. As you can see behind me, it's the Biltmore. And you can see that the crowds of people here are just so captivated by its beauty that they're just frozen and they can't move. Now, building the Biltmore was, at the time, one of the largest undertakings in the history of American residential architecture. But before we get into that, I want to give you a brief background history of the family who built the mansion. And they are called the Vanderbilt family. The Vanderbilt family was one of the best known families in America. Now, the Vanderbilt's family migrated from Holland around 1650. And the head honcho of that family is Cornelius Vanderbilt. A lot of his family members prospered as farmers on Staten Island, New York. Cornelius was also known as the Commodore. That is a very big title, but we won't get into that. Now, Cornelius was very famous for establishing the Vanderbilt custom of luxurious residences. Now, the reason why Cornelius had this huge house built is because he needed to house his very large family. And I'm sorry, I don't have a picture of the family. They cannot be here with us today. But his family consisted of his wife Sophia. They had 13 children. Out of those 13 children, they had 37 grandchildren. And then out of those 37 grandchildren came 27 great-grandchildren. I don't know if you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking, but that's a big family, and I couldn't live with that. Now, upon Cornelius' death, he left most of his $100 million estate, the Biltmore, to his eldest son, William Henry. Only one of his kids were still living at the time the big mansion was completed after construction, and that was his youngest, George Washington Vanderbilt. Now, George was a very nice guy. What he did is he ended up wanting to help others. So he went to this town nearby called Best and he bought it. And then that's where he housed most of his estate employees. And once he bought the town, he ended up changing the name of the town to Biltmore Village in 1889. Construction of the Biltmore house was underway in 1889. This was a very massive undertaking that included the mansion, gardens, farms, and tons of woodlands around the house. This beautiful house surrounded the mountains of grandeur, which is definitely a sight to see. The house itself took 6 years to build, but even after that time, the Biltmore was not fully complete. When George opened this house in 1895, work on the house will continue for many years to come. Now, I was telling you before, George was a very nice guy and he made sure that his employees were well taken care of. So what he did is he would build cottages for his employees to live in, and he would equip these cottages with central heating and plumbing. Now, during this time frame, this was not the norm for the 19th century, but George wanted to make sure that his employees had the very best of stuff because he always wanted to give to them. Now, as I was saying, George didn't like keeping all his advantages and money to himself. He was a guy that loved giving back to people. So what he did is he opened up the Biltmore to the public officially on Christmas Eve of 1895. And now I'm going to give you some details of the mansion itself. Now, this isn't just any ordinary mansion that you're thinking that you may see on Cribs or something. This place is huge. So this giant mansion consisted of 4 acres of floor space. That is a lot of floor space. And that floor space consisted of 250 rooms in the whole house. Then you had 34 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, and 65 fireplaces all through the house. The basement alone housed a swimming pool, gymnasium, changing rooms, a bowling alley. How cool would that be, just a bowl in your own basement, and servants' quarters? That is just a lot of house. Now the house itself also boasted its own brick factory, woodworking shop, winery, and a 3-mile railway spur for transporting materials to the site. So not only did it have all these rooms and stuff, but they were able to make their own materials to build and to give to people and to live. To this day, the Biltmore is still a family-owned business. Their mission is the preservation of the Biltmore as a privately owned, profitable working estate. Now, the Biltmore does not receive any type of governmental funding or grants, so this makes it one of the United States' most significant national historic landmarks in our country. This estate is open all year long. You can go visit this marvelous mansion anytime during the year. Now, what they do is they hold some special events during spring and the month of December. Now during the springtime, you can see the Festival of Flowers. And what this is they will take you on a tour through all the gardens surrounding the estates, where you can view all of the beautiful flowers that are in bloom. And so now I'm going to take you there. And here we are in this beautiful garden that you can see behind me and just surrounding me. There's many beautiful tulips and just all sorts of flowers in bloom, so many colors. It's very elegant and a very cool sight to see for yourself. I wish you guys could be here, but you can't experience what I'm experiencing right now. During the month of December, all of the rooms in the house are decorated with Christmas decor. The outside of the house and the gardens are decorated with Christmas lights. This is such a beautiful sight to see and experience during the Christmas holiday. I'm going to take you now to the outside of the house where you can see some of these beautiful Christmas lights. And here we are. As you can see behind me, there are some Christmas trees and they have tons of lights on them. This is just so beautiful to experience. And this is just only one viewpoint of the house. There's tons more gardens to see and a lot more houses to see as well that will have these lights. That being said, it is now the month of December. If you have the extra money and time, I highly recommend that you come out and just visit this beautiful mansion for yourself. I have been to this house once and it was truly breathtaking. I hope this presentation has helped you understand a brief history on this magnificent house. And if you're wondering where this house is located, it's located in Asheville, North Carolina. So it's just a hop, skip, a jumping away. Good day, and thank you for joining the Oak Show.